This is Bill at Highland Hill Farm, and we help a lot of people get started with growing trees to make a business out of a couple of acres or a farm that they may have that they want to turn into a profit center. And typically I get a call from someone that has a question and in a situation like this. They'll say, oh, I bought 50 to 100 acres and I want to turn it into a tree farm. And I understand that if I plant 10,000 Japanese maples, I can really make some money because they grow fairly well and they are very profitable. And I'm thinking to myself, hello, Houston, we have a problem. And the reason for that is this. If you're going to start a tree farm, I'm going to give you some tips on how to do it. And you won't like what I'm going to tell you. Because I don't want you to start off with the idea that you can make a lot of money really quickly by growing trees. Growing trees is a process whereby you buy a tree and you plant it, you grow it up, and then you market it and you sell it. And therein is the key. You have to be able to grow it and sell it. Now, if you're going to sell a tree, like a Japanese maple, you're likely to find a customer that wants to buy a Japanese maple, but maybe they'll only buy one or two. And typically nurseries that sell Japanese maples may sell 50 to 100 of them a year out of their yard. It's not a big moving, fast moving tree. So if you're going to grow 10,000 Japanese maples, you may end up having to look for 10,000 different customers. And that's the worst case scenario of finding 10,000 customers before you can sell all your trees. And chances are the average customer for a Japanese maple will only buy maybe one or two trees at a time. So I want you to think about this. Most people hate their friggin' neighbors. And when they buy trees, they buy a lot of trees to create a screen or a buffer. Now, if you're going to look for customers, it's easier to find one customer that buys 30 trees than it is one customer that buys one tree. And the reason for that is a lot of people are buying trees to screen off those neighbors that they hate, or a road, or a business that they want to block. So you have more opportunities to sell larger numbers of trees to someone that wants to buy a screening or a buffering tree. Now, what I would suggest you do to find out which tree is the best tree to grow for your area is to drive around your area and look and see what people are actually planting. And that'll give you a good idea what grows well in your area and what you can sell. Now, when you go to start raising these trees that you find that you think you're going to be able to sell, you want to start with a small tree because it's more economical. And what you want to do is maybe plant 3, 4, 500 of them. Don't think you're going to plant 10,000 and all of a sudden in 3 years you're going to start selling thousands of trees. It's not going to work that way. You start small, you sell a few trees as they start to get larger, and you build up a customer list over a period of years. And each year, as you get better and better in growing these trees, you can add more tree types to the inventory that you're growing. Now, that's the way I try and tell people to get into the tree business. If you're going to grow trees, don't think you're going to grow a lot of them and quickly make a lot of money. It's not going to work that way. The best way to do it is start small and grow as your customer base expands. Now, the way you market the trees is you can market them on YouTube, making videos about your trees. You can market them on Craigslist. That works as well. Now, if you have a good roadside location, make sure you keep your trees along the road nice and neat and tidy so people can see that you're growing them, and put a sign out, and people will show up. And I would suggest that you think about selling some small potted trees while you're growing trees out in the field. Because if you can sell some small potted trees and deliver and plant small potted trees, you're going to start to build a customer base. And you can be in business right away. You can always buy small potted trees from Highland Hill Farm and resell them to people that want screens and buffers. We also sell seedlings and transplants, so we can help you get started. And if you're nearby us and you buy 300, 400, 500 trees, we also have tree planters that you can use to plant the trees that you buy from us on your location. We don't mind lending our equipment out to our customers to help them get started. So if you want to come to our farm and see how we actually grow trees, you're more than welcome. We're located on Route 313 in Fountainville, PA, and you can call us at 215-651-8329. This is Bill at Highland Hill Farm.